Welcome back to Simformer Biz News. Well, last week was quite disappointing for some, and naturally, the investors right now and the top management of the companies right now are looking towards to the results of the ratings to see how does it look for top players of the market in Spain. And will they receive any investments or not? We'll see. Maybe they will not need that. We'll see how it goes. But how about we take a look at the ratings and see all the top leaders and top players are starting to climb out from the red period. So let's take a look. We have here the amateur league, and we can see that there are certain participants that actually are judges, and they are doing pretty well. As mentioned before, a small company, a small business can be quite profitable if done properly. Manage your expenses and everything will be pretty much okay. But don't worry, that will be discarded. These results will be discarded, and the only participants will be taken into consideration, as well as then combined Tour 1 with Tour 2. So as we can see, we see the Gladkin Invest, as well as Zanahunt, VLQ International, Triangle, Call, UCV Company is still there, as well as DOT and Elkivia. So Refinata that is, and we see that there are main players who are still here, managing it somehow, and still doing well. And we can see that some even have pretty good revenues, pretty noticeable revenues, and some obviously are actually even having some investments, as we see. So we'll see, will UCV company will climb back up on top with the good revenues and as well as profits. So, and now naturally probably one of the most interesting field where the real battles are happening. We see the Pro League, and once again this is actually a very good example how without expanding the business you can actually make it on top little by little. No pun intended, but this is actually a very clear example how you can do it without big expansions. However, we can see that, let's take a look. So we can see that the profit so far is generated by 7 companies, which is a great thing, I believe. We can see that Cryo Fighters, they're doing well, they're starting to grow it off. Maybe not the biggest revenue, but they're shaving off their negative cumulative profit, which is a good thing. We see that Z-Tech is back on track, good revenue, definitely good revenue, and little by little, good profit as well. So, good results. And we see that Sobanu International is here as well as Diana Corporation. Best, well, very good looking revenue so far. Profit maybe not that big. Once again, dear participants, be careful with your expenses. Be very careful. You have to balance out here in order to receive good results. As well as Free Guys, One Company International actually is also popping out. Well, I haven't seen these guys around that much, but they are making it work. So that's great. That's really great. So how about we see the revenue per turn results? We will see that ASEM Wave actually is on top with really good looking revenues. Well, the profit is not that big, but still, however, we see that it became quite obviously smaller, which means the company is getting more and more stable and hopefully will get back on track. But this is one of the biggest performers so far, which is a great thing to see. Will this person climb back up on top as well they did in Tour 1? We will see. We also see that Diana Corporation is very close behind. This is happening between the 4 and 5 million per week, which is a very good thing. And the profit promises to be even bigger later on, which is a very good big thing. So we see here, I believe, the main top performers. Question is, will they be able to manage their businesses properly and climb up and see what their position in the overall performance indicator, how will the rating will look? So far we see that even small companies properly managing their businesses are looking good. However, naturally, without proper growth, they don't have the potential to increase their revenues drastically, as some of the top spenders can. I believe that next week will be critical, as well as the decisions for the investors. There will be more than enough information for the decisions of investors to be made. And take a look. Will they or will they not invest into these businesses? Or maybe even Spanish government will take thought about these taxpayers and as well as job creators and will help them out. We'll see how it goes. Either way, there's definitely big news for Spanish market because there is a lot of investment into business, a lot of new workplaces created, and a lot of rush and attention from the global media to see what is happening here and how it will all end. Thank you for your attention. I will see you next week. Don't forget to tune on at the second part of the hour to get the insight of the week with more proper and deeper analysis. Good luck. See you next week.